Hey guys, does your shower just not seem to get as hot as you would like it? I know for me, I like a really warm shower. My wife, she likes a scalding hot shower. I've turned up the thermostat on the water heater as much as I can, and it's still just not hot enough. And sometimes there's times where I can turn mine up all the way and it still doesn't get hot enough for me. Keep watching. I'll show you how you can heat this up from 103, 104 degrees all the way up to 150 scalding. Get yourself actual burns hot. So hope this helps somebody out, and keep watching. I'll show you what I did to do this. Really super easy to do. You only need 2 tools, and you really kind of don't even need this one, but just a Phillips screwdriver. And this is on a Delta faucet. Alright, here we go. What's going on, guys? I'm going to show y'all a tip I had no clue about, but we're gonna play with the thermal camera for a second. I was going to just run the water, and we got the hot water on, so we're gonna heat this up. I'm gonna put some cold water in there. Degrees. I think if I put it on that metal, it'll get better. My battery's about to die, so I'm going to charge this up and prepare for the rest. 133. That's the hot. 134. That's the hottest that we're getting. That's pretty scalding hot. Alright, I'll get back in you. So once we got back into the house, we noticed that the faucets, the sinks and everything would get really, really hot. And it got up to 134 degrees or something like that, I think was the max. But then we noticed on the shower that it was not getting very hot, even for me. And the way these are, this is a Delta faucet. And let's make sure this is all over here so I don't get drenched, but I think I'll come out there. But whenever you flip this up, it only turns a quarter of a turn. So it goes from, 3 o'clock up to 12 o'clock. And that's as hot as it'll get. Like I said, I like mine. I like my showers pretty warm. And even with it just sitting straight up, with it being in the winter time, might have a little bit to do with it. The ground being cold, the pipes running through the ground. I don't know. I'm not a plumber. I don't know, but I found a trick to make the water come out hotter. So hang on just a second. I'll show you the easiest way, which most of you will probably know, but I at least want to cover this ground first. So hang on a second. Woo! Okay, so as you can see here, here's your temperature, and you'll see there's a B, C, and very hot. So normally we would have this at about a C, but we noticed lately it just hadn't been. I guess ever since we moved back in, we just hadn't really noticed it until now. Being in the wintertime, we wanted a little bit hotter than normal. And so we cranked that sucker all the way up. that's usually probably your first spot where you want to try to fix your hot, not hot water. Obviously your water heater will have to be in good working order for this next part to work. So that's one spot. You can just turn up your temperature on your water heater, and most all water heaters have something similar to this. It may not be exact, but should be really similar to what you're seeing here. So hang on a second. As you saw from the other one, it got to 134 degrees or something like that. So it came out really hot. That looks pretty cool. So we're at 103 degrees-ish. And as you can see, I can put my hand in here. No big deal at all. Alright, so it's really staying at about 103. Might get 104 every so often. Okay. So I think we confirmed that the most it'll get is about 104 degrees at the very most. Alright, let me show you how to turn this up. Give me a second. So after I recorded this, I found out that none of this recorded of me taking it off. And I do want to be thorough with this. It's not difficult, but I want to make it to where anybody can do this for themselves. So you get your little tool, and it can be a knife blade, or if you have good fingernails, I don't. But just pry it behind there. Just get that behind that little beauty ring is what I call it. I just walk it off. Then that comes off. You take your Phillips screwdriver. There's a Phillips screw in there. And then just unscrew it. Remember the orientation. Because whenever you try and put it back on, it has to line up just right. If you have it like this or down here, it's not really going to work. Alright, so I don't know how much that recorded or not. So basically we just pulled the handle off. And then this, pull that off. And this right here is going to be set, most likely something way over here, right? So you pull this out, and you want it as far over this way, because see this little notch here on this little bolt that comes out? You want it as far over there as you can. Mine won't let you set it right on the hottest, but it'll let you set it right there. Now this would be good if you have kids, younger kids and stuff, so they can't turn this all the way up and burn themselves or whatever. So I see the point in having this. Our kids are old enough now to where if they burn themselves, then well, that's their own fault. But yeah, I can see where this would come in handy. Having little kids taking a bath, flipping it up, and hurting themselves real bad. So anyways, we'll put this little piece back on. It slips on like that. And remember how that went on. Remember it goes on at 3 o'clock. And your little beauty ring. That on there, and you're done. Now before, whenever you turn this on, it would only go to 12 o'clock, about right there. But now it goes over all the way to 11, 10:30ish, something like that. Let's see how hot this will get now. There you go. So that's bacon right there, 150. So, alright, so there you go, guys. 150 degrees, that'll cook you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back in the garage and turn that thermostat down from very hot down to C and see if that still gets hot enough. See if that still gets hot enough for everybody, because there's no reason to have the temperature all the way as hot as it'll get if at a level C this gets as hot as we need it. Makes sense? Anyways, so this is just a easy way to get a little bit hotter water for your shower. Hope this helps somebody out. Y'all comment, rate. Also, do this at your own risk. Obviously 150 degrees, if you turn it up that much, that can really hurt somebody. Use common sense, basically is what I'm saying. Alright, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.